A new fan theory has hit the scene involving the Jade Cargill and Naomi situation, and it gets deep, so we'll see what's that about. We'll also check out what's new for Seth Rollins, Dominic, and more. Started things off with a small but pretty significant name change for 3 major superstars. It appears that the company is moving in another direction and dropping the little nicknames that have been attached to a few superstars. These individuals being Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Dominic Mysterio. All these superstars have now lost the monikers that were a part of their official names. For Bronson Reed, he's had the moniker of Big being attached to the start of his name for a while now, Big Bronson Reed. That has now been scrapped and he's simply Bronson Reed once again. Likewise for Dominic Mysterio, Dom has been officially acknowledged by WWE as Dirty Dominic Mysterio for several years now, but the dirty portion of his name has now been fully removed. And lastly, the name change that fans are excited about the most is Seth Rollins. The official name of Seth freaking Rollins no longer exists, and he will officially be acknowledged by the company simply as Seth Rollins going forward. Fans believe that with the freaking moniker officially gone, we'll have a higher chance for seeing a more serious side of Seth's character again. The era of Seth freaking Rollins never really had featured a true, steady, and consistently serious tone for Seth's character. So fans are hoping that with this name change and that era of the character officially coming to an end, Seth can get back to some very intense and serious character presentation. And where he's at right now and this current program he's in presents the perfect opportunity to set that new tone in his character. Seth Rollins is currently gearing up for a WrestleMania match against CM Punk and Roman Reigns. There's no respect here. There's no love. There's no room to even crack a smile in this program right here. Seth is up against 2 men that he absolutely hates with every single fiber of his being. So what better way to kick off this new era for his character than with this story right here with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And we've already seen glimpses of this more serious and borderline scary side of Seth's character in recent weeks. Look at Seth's Royal Rumble attack on Roman Reigns. It was brutal, it was ruthless, it made Roman miss several weeks of action, and then with Elimination Chamber after getting eliminated himself, Seth Rollins still interfered and curb stomped CM Punk. It's not really an honorable and babyface thing to affect a match after being eliminated, but Seth still did it. Likely foreshadowing that Seth could fold over the next few weeks and allow the evil side to take over. So with his recent actions and now combined with this name change, fans are getting pretty excited for what's coming up here for Seth Rollins. Now let's get into some new fan theories surrounding the entire Jade Cargill and Naomi situation, because fans are coming up with some intriguing potential twists for this story. Looking around social media and in the comment sections of all these different posts that were questioning fans on if Naomi's right about the things she said on the mic during the March 7th edition of Smackdown, there's a surprising amount of fans that agree with Naomi and think she's right. A lot of fans agree with Naomi that Jade's character has no true love or care for Bianca Belair deep down and was simply using Bianca's character to help herself get on top of the company. And as soon as the perfect opportunity would have presented itself, that Jade Cargill would have dumped Bianca Belair to the side in order to elevate herself selfishly. That was basically Naomi's whole entire case that she presented to Bianca Belair on why she attacked Jade Cargill. And Naomi was basically saying that it was only a matter of time before Jade Cargill did something drastic to Bianca Belair after using her for so long. So Naomi just acted early to put a quick stop to the leeching. That's Naomi's standpoint. And there seems to be a lot of people that agree with some of the things Naomi was saying. You don't really agree with the fashion and how Naomi's character handled the situation. Obviously, attacking Jade Cargill in the fashion that Naomi did was still uncalled for, but some fans are seeing things through Naomi's point of view, and they can understand what she means, and it is reasonable. And we've been seeing that a lot lately with some of the top heels in the company, like with Solo Sikoa in 2024 when Roman just ghosted the family. You can understand why Solo got upset with Roman for abandoning the family and why he felt like he had to step up to lead them in his absence. Same thing with Kevin Owens, who had to sit and watch his close friends, Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn, go running into Roman's arms to help him. Kevin felt betrayed, and you can understand that. The common theme here with these big heels is that you may not agree with their actions, but you understand where they're coming from, and some of the things they're saying does make sense. Maybe Naomi is right. Maybe if push came to shove, Jade Cargill couldn't really care less for Bianca Belair. Maybe that is true. Maybe Jade Cargill is putting herself first in her mind. But even if that's all true, it doesn't justify Naomi's actions. But with tensions and emotions flying high all over the place with this story, fans are wondering if the extra plot twists could be a heel turn from Jade Cargill. The attacks on Naomi by Jade Cargill at Elimination Chamber and Smackdown were brutal, but not seen as heel acts, since Jade Cargill is simply getting revenge for the brutal backstage attack Naomi did on her back in November. So everyone understands that, and that's why Jade basically has a free pass to do anything to Naomi at the moment, and no one will really look at Jade as being the villain here. But fans have been discussing the fun story possibility of Jade Cargill potentially getting so hung up on revenge and having all this built-up rage that she does eventually push things a bit too far with Naomi. And because of taking things too far, the court of public opinion may start to shift and look at Naomi as being the babyface here. Naomi has even hinted at this story direction herself through her recent social media engagements with Jade Cargill. Naomi and Jade have been going back and forth online all week long, and during one of these battles, Jade directly called out Rikishi after he said he was sticking with his daughter-in-law Naomi. Jade tweeted a very explicit, filled message to Rikishi to let him know about what she thought of him and Naomi. Naomi said not to bring Rikishi into this. And that's when Jade Cargill promised to stomp Naomi out again and drop big direct F-bombs to Naomi and Rikishi. Naomi then quoted that post from Jade Cargill and tagged Bianca Belair and said, "See, trying to get Bianca and everyone else to see that Jade Cargill is the real heartless monster here, not Naomi." So Naomi's narrative and her spin on everything is an interesting one because the jury is still out on a lot of things Naomi accused Jade Cargill of. Naomi accused Jade Cargill of being selfish and self-centered, that Jade never really cared for her tag team with Bianca Belair. And when you really think about it, Jade Cargill knew the entire time that Naomi attacked her. You gotta assume that Jade knew the truth all along, but yet she left Bianca's calls and messages unanswered and couldn't be bothered to reply to her tag team partner. And this is probably the strongest argument to Naomi's standpoint about Jade not caring for Bianca. Jade Cargill knew back in November that Naomi attacked her, knew it from day one. She knew Naomi was this monster that brutally attacked her backstage, but not once did Jade Cargill pick up the phone and alert Bianca Belair that she was holding hands with the attacker, with this dangerous woman that just finished brutally attacking her in November. Jade Cargill never gave Bianca Belair any kind of warning or heads up to keep an eye on Naomi and watch her back. You assume that if Jade Cargill did truly care about Bianca Belair, Jade would have found a way to get that warning message out to Bianca that same night back in November, but Jade Cargill chose to stay quiet, chose to let Bianca stay right next to the attacker for months on end. And who knows, maybe Jade Cargill was quietly hoping that Naomi took out Bianca Belair too, or they both took each other out because that would make her rise to the top even easier once she came back. So on paper, Jade Cargill is the hero, but you really got to sit back and wonder about why didn't she give Bianca Belair the heads up about what Naomi is capable of? It's interesting food for thought.
But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.